School lunch is a lot more complicated this year than just getting kids through the lunch line. Now it's more like meal delivery and getting food to kids who are learning from home. Police tell me they were patrolling down Parker Street when they spotted a home with an open door. Do you feel like you could have prevented some of those deaths?
Now you can see we're at Canis Park. These gates are closed by the cities. They say this area is really prone to flooding. When you get onto these side roads, it's even worse. The only reason we made it down this road here in front of Flanders Smith College is because we have all-wheel drive.
Well, there's a lot of excitement in the room right now. Senator Tom Cotton just gave his acceptance speech. Jill, what do you think of this plan and what are your plans for your business?
We'll move into phase 2 as a state starting next Monday.
They have been stuck for a few minutes now. They can't make it up the hill. And I want to show you just how badly this street was hit. Trees have been knocked over by the wind. The creek behind me is flowing. It is blocking this road. Believe it or not, just a half hour ago, it was much higher, actually water up to where I'm standing here.
Oh, I should see 9 hands in here and I should see some hands at home.
What do you see?
Justice, what do you see?
That's the question Hope Lacey has posed to her class of 3rd graders.
I absolutely love that you said that. Does anybody else think that they felt they saw snow?
If you look, you might see a teacher doing her best to juggle 2 groups of kids at once. Some in the room.
Would you say it one more time? I had you muted.
Some on a screen.
It's the hardest thing I've ever done.
In 29 years as a teacher, Lacey says blended learning takes the cake.
I honestly can't tell you fully how I do it. Like at the end of the day, I think it's kind of a blur. You just put out the fires as you can because they pop up and try to stay patient, try to not let them see you sweat.
Some of the fires she puts out are systems not working, links not opening.
Just close it out.
She says it's hard connecting to her kids, especially those who are home.
Who can tell me how many planes actually crashed that day?
At Sylvan Hills High School, teacher Grover Garrison agrees. Connecting with virtual students is more difficult.
I find myself almost teaching more to them, trying to make sure that they're not left out while trying to keep those traditional students engaged as well.
He tells his virtual students he expects them to be presentable, participate, and show their faces at all times. And he's asking parents to help with this.
Okay, so page 1-.
Ford Pruitt's parents say they're lucky. His mom, Christy, says he's independent for a 9-year-old, a quick learner.
1,500.
And she worries what he's getting online isn't enough.
Who's going to assess my child other than me and find out they're advanced in this? They can, I don't want him to get left behind, and if he could move forward quicker, and that's going to kind of fall on me. I have to be more responsible for that.
Pruitt says she is grateful her son has the option to do virtual school, though it doesn't come without sacrifice, both from parents and teachers.
Honestly, I think it's going to be hard to sustain for a long period of time. There's going to be a huge amount of teacher burnout.
Burnout, Lacey says she's already feeling.
The 7th Street Mural Project is home to dozens of murals with messages of unity and justice. And when one mural was vandalized this week, it didn't keep the artist down for long. After 15 hours over 2 days, artist Adasia Cooper finished her first mural.
Afterwards, I just stood back across the street and just wow, I did that.
But just days later, vandals coated the mural completely in black paint.
I called my mom immediately, and I felt destroyed for a second.
Cooper's mural is called Ain't I a Woman, a nod to abolitionist Sojourner Truth. Cooper says its message is to empower black women. The names of black women harmed by police brutality and the medical system painted on the side.
I have absolutely no idea why someone would go to this extent to silence a piece of art, especially something that's trying to uplift the community.
But her message and her mural didn't stay covered. Another artist saw the black paint and scraped it off, recovering the original art.
Community, knowledge, and hard work and dedication will always go over and defeat and wash off all the hate that can ever come up.
Now, Cooper touches it up with a fresh coat. She says she has plenty of paint if it happens again.
hopefully that, gets the message across to them, because I won't stop at all. Now that I know that it means so much to other people as well, it really warms my heart.
Lunch starts in the kitchen. Today, it's baked chicken and mashed potatoes. Then it's packaged and wheeled to the classrooms.
Do you want beans?
No, Mom.
There you go.
Where some kids eat at their desks. One grade at a time eats in the cafeteria on numbered seats on one side of the table. And then there are the virtual students.
This is what next week's bag is. They can make basically chicken wraps or chicken fajitas.
Food Service Director Krista Stevens and her team pack up hundreds of meals for families to pick up once a week.
We kind of got it down now after doing it so long. It's doing 125 when you've done up to 750 doesn't feel that bad.
Each bag carries 10 meals. John Pipkin says this helps families who've been affected financially by the pandemic.
We are a small school district, but we take pride in letting our students know that we care, and we care means we're going to give you whatever you need.
And what many kids need is food to eat and a way to eat it safely at school. Stevens says her team has gone through extra food safety training this year. She says this is the cleanest and safest place you could eat.